Thank you so much for watching my videos. In this channel, we talk about spiritual stuff. And in today's video, we are going to talk about wedding between the loas and humans like you and I. So, is it a bad thing? Is it dangerous? So what is it actually? And oftentimes, we hear that, the loas, they have sex with humans. So we're going to talk about that also. Before we go further into the video, as always, I would like to thank all of you guys, all of my old subscribers, my new subscribers, for watching my videos, for liking my videos, for leaving comments, and for sharing my videos. And to those of you who haven't done none of that yet, what are you waiting for? So if you want to support me, so the best way to support me is to watch my videos, share my videos, subscribe, and click the notification button so that YouTube may notify you whenever I upload a new video. So let's get into the video. So oftentimes we often see wedding between the loas and humans, and a lot of people are scared of that. A lot of people, they think like when the loas, they marry someone, that person belongs to the loas. Okay, so the loa can do whatever they want with that person. He's like the slave of that loa. That's what a lot of people think. This type of wedding is like any other wedding, but a little deeper than that. So we call it Kaprasa via in Haitian Voodoo. Kaprasa meaning plaçage in normal Creole. Plaçage means when two people decide to live together, but they're not really legally married, but they are living together as a couple. And via, which means eternally in Voodoo, which means so when you get married to the loas, there's not a divorce. So you cannot get a divorce afterward because you get married internally forever. You have to be really careful, okay? So you have to know what you're getting yourself into, because a lot of people, they take it, very loosely, okay? Take it as a trend and they want to get married to the loas, but without knowing, what's behind it, what's the profit and what danger might be behind that. It is not a new thing, so it's not a trend. It is something that we've been doing for quite a while, okay? This marriage proposal may come from both sides, okay? So we can ask the loas, to get married with them, and they also can ask us, okay? But as I oftentimes says in my videos, it's always best to let the loas choose us, okay? So if you don't just hear about a loa and you're like, okay, I like this loa and I'm going to offer him something, okay, or to ask him to marry me. No, it's best to have a relationship with that loa first, to get to know that loa, and to ask people, ask people that know better than you, because the marbles, the hookahs, they were there for us, and yes, it's always best to let the loa choose us than us choosing the loas. And you have to know which loas also, because some loas are not gonna work with you depending on your background, something like that. The loa may propose in dreams or in reality, like face to face, during a ceremony or something like that. And a lot of people are very, very scared when the loas, they propose to them. They're like, oh, should I say yes? Should I say no? And they feel like they are, they feel like they have to say yes because they are afraid. You don't have to say yes. You don't have to say yes, and you don't have to say no. It's best to say like you're gonna think about it. And oftentimes they will ask you to marry them in dreams. We spend our day in this physical world, but we spend more of our time in the spiritual world. When someone is chosen by the loas, to marry them, a lot of people are jealous. You are chosen, you are blessed. It's something highly respected in the Voodoo culture, and people will like fear you, okay? They will feel like you're powerful. When people see that ring on your finger, my God, you're respected. They call you Hugan, they call you Mambo, which is like, another level. So if you are one of the people, the loa, they come to you in dreams and they ask you, to buy a ring for them so that you can wear on your finger for them. So basically they are asking you, to marry them. Don't just go out there and buy that ring and wear it, okay? So you're not doing anything. So a Hugan and a Mambo have to bless that ring. So the benefit of that wedding is like you'll be luckier and you'll be wealthier, you'll be respected, you'll have, the last protection. Spiritually, you'll be like more spiritual, so more connected, which means more powerful. They basically ask you to marry them because they like you. Okay, they see you, they like you, and they see that's what you need in order to help you. So I'm not talking about helping, with material stuff, buying a house, having a car and so on. No, I'm talking about, a spiritual help, because a lot of times we are followed by a lot of things that are a lot of bad energy that are holding you back and you don't even know it, okay? You don't even notice it. Curses, from your family, curses from your past lives, it's a lot out there. So the loas, they see better than you. So they see like, in order to help you, they have to marry you. It's not just, doing a simple service or simple thing, to help you, but they have to marry you in order to bring, that healing, for the soul. So this brings more disciplines to your life, knowledge, and so on. So you can marry more than one loa, okay? You can marry many loas, and some loas, they don't marry nobody, okay? And some loas, they marry people more than others. Some loas, if you marry them, you have to marry others. For example, as a vdodou, if you marry her, you're more likely gonna have to marry as a vdodou. Even if people say like they are enemies, but they are sisters, they don't work like separately, okay? You have to serve both, so you have to marry both. There has to be, a balance. And people would say, loa will have sex with them in dreams. Is that true? Well, it's not all the time. So sometimes you may have, sweet dreams. That doesn't mean, it's the loas having sex with you, okay? It might be other spirits, it might be something else, okay? Not the loas. But is it really a bad thing if the loa, if you see a loa is having sex with you? Not at all. So Christians will, oftentimes say, it's bad spirit. Like, there's a way to call it in Haiti, femme de nuit. I don't really know how to translate that. Well, woman of the night, yeah, something like that. So they will find, different names to bash, this, to say like it's a bad thing, But in reality, sex, the way we see sex is different. The way, in the spiritual realm, it's a different thing, The loa sees sex differently. So in sex, you see there's a transfer of energy going on, okay? You are giving and the other is also giving, okay? There's a transfer. I remember I said in one of my videos, do not have sex with someone you wouldn't want to be in their position, because there's a transfer going on. After having sex with that person, things may turn really, really, really bad for you. He might give you, wrong energy, and he takes your blessing, he takes your luck, and gives you wrong energy. And it goes both ways. You might give him, wrong energy, and he gives you a blessing. Like, for example, there are some people I've been in relationship with, and I noticed like when I'm with them, I'm very, very lucky. Yeah, I noticed, like, because the relationship would be like on and off. So every time the relationship is back being on, like I'm very lucky, with that person. And there are others I'm not lucky at all. So it depends. So it's very wild out there, so y'all be careful. So basically, when the loas they have sex with you, most of the times is to give you strength. Okay, they see like you have a flaws and they want to give you strength. That's how they do it, to give you energy. If you are like working with the loas, most of the times you won't see the loas having sex with you. No. If you're working with the loas and you're respecting, what they tell you to do, and everything is going fine, like you are strong, they're not gonna have sex with you. And not all loas have sex with people, it's some, like for example, some people will say, oh, they saw this loa having sex with them. I'm like, really? It's more common for some than others, and for some, not at all. They're not gonna have sex with you, like period. And a lot of times people are afraid to marry the loas because there's a misunderstanding going on. Like if you marry the loas, you're not gonna be able to have husband or a wife. It's not true at all, because the loas, they're gonna help you also to find the right person. Okay, if you see you are with someone and the relationship is not going anywhere, or it's not going where you want it to go, maybe that person is not the right person for you. And if the Lord doesn't like someone for you, they see better, they see clearer than you. They would know which person that will match your energy. Like the spirit of that person and your spirit, they are in communication. If you are in a relationship with someone and it's not working, no matter what you do, it's not working, let it go. Because maybe that person is just here to teach you something. Maybe you're just here to teach him something. Your spirits are communicating. Y'all are here to teach others, to learn from each other. And depending on the contract of the wedding with the loa, you might give them like 1 or 2 nights in a week or in a month, depending on your contract. So your partner, she has to know, like, you're serving your loa, you have to respect your vow with the loa. She needs to know that, so that she needs to respect that. Okay, most of the times that's what causing trouble. It's because there's a misunderstanding. You are serving the loas and the other person, it's not in the voodoo at all. The other person, is Christian or whatever, so they don't understand. They don't respect your faith. They don't understand what's going on. Okay, and do not promise the Lord that you're gonna marry them if you're not gonna respect your promise. Okay, you have to keep your promise. If not, things might get ugly for you. Okay, so learn to fear the loas, learn to respect them. And this wedding might be a little wedding or it might be a big wedding, depending on your contract. Okay, it has to be taken place in person. So no, it can be done via internet. Okay, so yeah, it's good that we have all this technology going on. There's a lot of things that we cannot do with technology. Okay, you still have to do it in person. And also be careful with some fake spiritual people that will tell you, like, after the wedding you have to sleep with them. Like they will say, they are possessed with the loa, so you have to sleep with them. So no, and this is not a real practice. This is not how things get done. And the stone on the Dambala's ring would be green, Agways would be white, Freda would be pink, and Ezili Dantor would be blue. And if you watch my videos so far, Thank you so much. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment, and please share the video so that more people can know about this channel. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and click the notification button so that YouTube may notify you whenever I upload a new video. Take care of yourself and see you in another video.